Hi, good day. My name is Vanessa Edmond, and I'm a ex Hansen's patient. I get better now. I'm get cured. I was diagnosed with Hansen disease um 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, and the advice that I would like to give people who now experiencing it and who experiencing a lot of difficulties. Example, as stigma, as you don't know how to talk about it, you don't know how to express yourself. Um, I would say the more you speak about it and the more you accept it, is the more that you will get over it. You know, because when I first got diagnosed, when I started experiencing changes in my life, and I reached a sense of career in my job, and when everything had was to change, it was a real tone on me. I was upset, I was angry, I used to lash out, I used to say a lot of things. And going through it, like taking medication, going to the clinics, and I started to speak about it more because people around you will notice the changes about you. Some may judge you, some may stigmatize you, some may say a lot of things about you to kill your spirit, what we said. Make you feel down, make you feel less than, make you feel like you don't belong, like you're less fortunate. People have a tendency to be like that. And when you experience that, you had to be strong. You had to develop a strength within, even though it might be hard, even though it might be difficult. But you had to develop this strength that, yes, it's not a death sentence, it's not a life sentence. Once you deal with it early, all the damage is reversible, and I will get through this and I will get out of it and I'll be back to my normal self. Every day you have to talk to yourself, you have to convince yourself. If you're a spiritual person, you have to pray, you have to ask God, you have to trust in Him, you have to have a little faith. You know, the more you talk with a family member, the more you talk to close relative, and they make you feel welcome, and they make you feel like, oh, you're not a curse, or you is not or somebody didn't do you wrong or do you witchcraft. You know, you will explain it, and you will explain it in a like way that it will enlighten others, and it would like others to open their eyes to know that that is nothing is wrong with or having any sorts of illness, especially Hansen disease, leprosy. You are a normal human being, and you will get over this as any other sickness that you have to get over. So that would be one of my main points of facing with difficulties, facing with stigma, facing with depression, especially depression. I cried for days. I was depressed for days. Even when I started taking penicillin and I gained weight, I cry, you know, and I learned to accept me. I learned to love me. I love me that I started to work out. I started to eat right. I started to think right. I started to move right. And being able to be appreciative of the life that I have, and that the life that I was working for, not being regretful, even though a lot have changed, and I had was to give up a lot in due to the process. You know, it's a learning experience that uh you will develop certain personalities. You will develop, like when you get back into your normal life, when you go out there to work, when you go out there to do many other things, you'll have a different view of life, you'll have a different thinking due to the face of the difficulties and the difficult time that you face during battling Hansons, right? So I would like to enlighten everyone who is having a hard time, a very hard time dealing with it, and a very hard time with the pain and maybe the steroids and other stuff, that it will be better, and it will only get better for you. and you just have to keep going, keep taking the medication, keep talking to your fellow peers or keep talking to your family member and keep talking and enlighten the situation where the situation will no longer defeat you but you will conquer it.